Good morning, Jaguars. My name is Genevieve Bielli.
And my name is Aissatou.
And welcome to WJAG-TV. In sports news, Sabriyu Adams shows us how the softball team has been breaking new records.
The Cedar Shoals softball team has had one of their best seasons in decades this year. A mixture of teamwork, peer support, and the leadership of Josh Campbell seems to be the key to their success.
I'm very proud of the girls, and I'm proud of how far we've came. We have very high expectations of ourselves.
I am really satisfied this year. We did really good this year compared to a lot of the years before.
Breaking a record for Cedar Shoals was really good.
People always come up to us and ask us about the games and how it's going to go or what happened at the game before. So people are really supportive of it.
People walk up to us and they're like, "Oh, are you ready for your game today?" I'm like, "Yes," because it gives me it get me out of my moody stages, and it just make me happy that people notice us.
I feel like not a lot of people knew about it last year because we didn't put the max preps in, but now everyone knows about it, all the parents know about it, all the kids can see and watch. And there's also a lot more people in the stands this year. It's always crowded in our games, so that's really nice.
Good leadership can either make or break a team. The Lady Jags' new coach, Coach Campbell, has been able to lead the girls to their victories.
He was a great coach. He was really funny. He actually had a connection with all of us separately and us as a team. And honestly, him being my only softball coach ever, I personally enjoyed having him as our coach.
I love it. I have so much fun doing this. I think that's a key difference in anything in life, and anyone who ever would want to coach or do any kind of leadership role one day. If you don't enjoy it, then you're doing the wrong thing. If it's not fun to you, this is fun to me, and I think that's why the team's had so much fun. It's not because I'm awesome. It's just because I let them have fun just like I am having fun. They all match whatever energy I bring. So if I'm not up to it, if I'm not positive, then I've noticed that my teams won't be. They mirror what their coach does. So that seems to work pretty well. I like baseball and softball, but softball has its own unique challenges, and I love those. This is fun. I love what I do.
Seniors, as well as players in other grades, reflected on their time with the team at senior night, where friends and families gathered to celebrate the seniors at the end of their Cedar softball careers.
I felt so good on senior night. It was so funny to watch everyone play positions they don't normally play because it was only seniors on the field. And it was so funny to watch. We got to see all the seniors walk by and see them with their families and see what they said about the season so far.
From winning 1 out of 19 games last year to 9 out of 21 games this year, the improvements that the girls have made are evident.
I used to compare myself to my teammates in the beginning of the season because obviously they had more experience than I did, but I overcame that and I just told myself I need to focus on what I'm doing, not what everyone else is doing.
I've tried to just put as much effort as I can into playing, even if it doesn't turn out good, but just putting as much effort as possible.
I've learned to be aggressive at the plate and stand my ground.
I did feel really upset that it was the end of the season because it went by really fast and it was just really fun.
This season is obviously the start of something new for Our Lady Jags. From WJAG-TV, I'm Sabriyu Adams.
Kudos to Coach Campbell and the softball team for such a great season.
I'm excited to see what's coming next.
This past October, Cedar Shoals High School celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month.
And reporter Aissatou Sarr shows us how special it is.
Hispanic Heritage Day celebration started in 1968 and is celebrated from September 15th to October 15th. It holds many Independence Days such as Costa Rica, El Salvador, and Honduras.
I think Hispanic Heritage Month is worth celebrating because it not only lets us express and show our culture, but it also lets everyone see and understand what us Hispanics go through and all our history behind it. And I think it's just important to learn the history about everything and anything you can.
It's something that I feel represents who we are, how all the Latin communities came together. For me, being Hispanic is knowing where your blood comes from, being part of a Latin culture, something that I feel every Hispanic parent has pushed their child to be. me personally, my family came from Mexico to California with nothing, and they have made a living here in Georgia and have been able to help me get my education and everything, and I just feel really proud because I'm not ashamed of the type of blood I have in me. I'm happy that I have Hispanic blood.
Since 2009, the Hope Club Leadership Chapters served as the cornerstone program for Hispanic and Latinx youth in high schools.
HOPE stands for Hispanic Organizations Promoting Education. A lot of our activities we do is try to be involved with our community, but we also try to help with scholarships. Then that's another form of activities we do is talk about scholarships, educational resources, and as well as have fun and just come and hang out.
I definitely think people should join HOPE because it's a very diverse, not only is it just specific Hispanics, it's an open to everyone, and from there you get more opportunities that are open to you. You are going to find people who have similar interest in you in the same things as colleges, military-wise, scholarship-wise, and it's not limited. You have a lot of options and doors open up a lot to you when it comes to it.
The Hope Club is for all Latin Americans, and if you're interested in joining, please contact Jacqueline Medina or Jonathan Martinez Lopez. This has been Aissatou for WJAG-TV.
To find out more events from Hope, go to their Instagram at Cedar Shoals Hope.
Coming up next, we want to hear from you. For our Cedar Speaks segments, we asked you, who is your favorite music artist?
Who am I here with today?
I'm Mac.
Hi, Mac. Who's your favorite musical artist right now?
I have to say Tyler, the Creator.
Taylor Swift. Same!
Lil Baby.
Cool, thank you. I would say probably Lil Baby.
Lil Baby, I think.
Hi, what's your name?
Bree.
Who's your favorite artist?
Lil Baby. Everybody little tape pull that file. Hey!
Thank you.
Marvin Gaye.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, what's your name?
Eliza.
Who's your favorite musical artist?
The Neighborhood.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brent. Definitely Brent.
Definitely Brent.
Personally, my favorite artist is Drake.
Well, my favorite artist is Sade. Speaking of music, for our student feature, Aaliyah Adams takes us through Jaylen Stringer's up-and-coming music career.
If you ask a student his name Monday through Friday, the answer you might get is something like,
My name is Jaylen. Jaylen Stringer, I'm in 12th grade.
but if you catch him outside of school, the answer you're more likely to get is something like,
You might have gotten you watch the Disney Channel. Not a regular one even, not a regular one, the one. What am I saying? I just talking.
Senior Jaylen Stringer's love of music started at a young age. His connection to music goes beyond rap and spans across multiple genres.
I always like music. Like I connect to music like spiritually, mentally. I just like feel like it's like art. It's creative. So I kind of, just jumped at it at a young age. Growing up listening to different type of music. It's something that I feel like come naturally to me. I don't have to be recording or rapping for me to create music. I go along my day. I probably, a beat coming to my head, a rhythm, and I just, go off of that and I stick with that.
Jaylen's musical career started around a year ago when a friend suggested he gave it a try. Once his first song was released, it unleashed a whole new love of music within him.
I had a homeboy I grew up with. We used to freestyle on the bus or whatever, and he was like, you need to make something. Now we played around for a little bit, and then, we made something. I like how it sounded, and I just pushed on from that.
Most artists at Cedar Shoals are independent and looking for a label to sign them, but Jaylen's ahead of the curve, already being signed to a big-time record label. Being signed to 4LA Records has come with some obvious benefits like investments, marketing, and booking, which are all incredible things for an upcoming artist to have access to. And with their help, Jaylen was able to start filming a music video to his song Shake It on October 9th, and it was released on all platforms November 6th.
Currently, I'm not independent. I'm under my brother's label, 4LA Records, For Life and After. The song that I recently just did a music video to is called Shake It. It's getting a lot of publicity. Well, it's not getting a lot, it's kind of just like growing. I got to start doing promotion for it, promos, get people interactive with it.
Although being signed comes with some undeniable advantages, there are also downsides. When you're signed to a label, they have the final say over what and when a song gets released. This is something Jaylen experienced a couple months ago when his song Baby Bop was supposed to be released sometime in September, but was ultimately delayed.
Unfortunately, we had to put that on hold under certain circumstances as far as like music. and I had to focus and handle some other things. But it's still coming. Actually, it's in production, and it should be out around 2 to 3 weeks from now. I'm trying to be a professional. I'm not gonna let you hear something that I wouldn't like or I wouldn't play over and over myself like years from now, days, you know, something. If I feel like I can't get into it, I'm not gonna let nobody else hear it.
Nowadays, most mainstream artists don't produce their own music, but Jaylen feels like it's important for an artist to know how to make their own music and not rely on an engineer.
As far as being a great artist, I'm gonna have to be hands-on with different types of aspects as far as making music. So, you know, I picked up a few things, you know, skills, I understand from this person, that person. It's kind of like, you know, I feel like producing your own music is a skill that a great artist should have. You can't never be, you know, you can't never be too wrong by picking up many skills and learning how to do things your own.
After high school, Jaylen plans on using the profits from his music to start his own business and become an entrepreneur, as well as continuing to make and produce music.
Business, entrepreneur. I'm very big on starting my own business. I have been since I was like 5, 6, 7. I'm just really gonna use this as an opportunity and a doorway to start my own business. Yeah, because I love music. I didn't like it, it's a passion, so it's something I'm gonna do, you know. Hopefully I can make a living out of this, and I am gonna make a living out of it. So I feel like, yeah, it's something I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
Talent can only grow so much without nurturing and support. That's why as an artist, it's important to have a strong support system around you.
My greatest strength, I feel like, is the creativity that goes into my music and the support that I have around me as far as like, not even just fans, that I just come supportive.
I'm Ollie Adams, and you're watching WJAG-TV.
We love to see raw talent from our fellow peers.
Check out Jaylen's new song, Shake It, on YouTube.
And that has been all for this week's episode.
But look out for more on our YouTube channel.
And this has been Genevieve Bielli
and Aissatou Sarr
for WJAG-TV.